with all the with all the week's big talking points, news and discussion from the football world. This is Football Central. Right, good evening everyone, and welcome to the Football Central Roundup with me, TubeMix. Now, it's just going to be me this evening as JLI Wheels and Sam are both not available, and I messaged Ben Carney and Alex, but I haven't heard anything back from them. So, as I take it, they're not available. So it's just me. And welcome to the show. And there's not many more shows to go because, of course, as you know, next Friday, the 21st of May, will be the final Friday Roundup show. And I'm sure that's going to be quite emotional. And then, of course, on Sunday, the 23rd, the last day of the Premier League season, will be the last show, of course, as you know. So, yeah, not many more shows to go. And what I'm going to do is to make sure I don't miss any comments. I am basically going to... I've got my phone at the ready. And so I should have done this before. What seems probably most obvious right now, just for some reason, isn't so. Let's go to live. And, oh, right, okay. Let me just refresh that. Hopefully it should come up, because what I want to do is, right, videos, live. Okay. Well, that doesn't seem to be right, that doesn't seem to be working for now, so just give me a minute. Right. So let's turn that right down. Right. Let's go into my channel. Yep. Videos. Live now. There we go. Right, and I've got the live chat with me, so any messages that come up I can see. So I don't know why I didn't do that before. I really didn't. Right, so as I said, it's just me today, but hopefully it should be a good show. There is one game in the Premier League, Newcastle and Manchester City. It's currently 14 minutes on the clock, 0-0. But first of all, let's go through the previous Premier League games. So, I'm just trying to think. So, Aston Villa United, did we do that? West Ham v Everton, Arsenal and West Brom. Just trying to think. Manchester City and Chelsea, Sheffield United, Palace, Leeds and Tottenham, Oh man, I can't remember. I honestly can't. Okay, well, let's have a go. I think we did. So, okay, yeah, let's move on to Monday the 10th of May. Right. So, Fulham 0, Burnley 2, and yeah, it's a real shame. Fulham, unfortunately, are down, and that's, like I said, a real shame. And I didn't want them to go down. I hope they do stick with Scott Parker. You know, and I really hope they do. Will they? That's the interesting. The interesting thing is Scott Parker's been linked with the has been linked with the Tottenham Hotspur job, which is certainly interesting. And yeah, so like I said, that is that's quite interesting, isn't it? But so we'll see. But yeah, I hope Fulham do at least. I hope they don't sack him. The question will be, if he is sacked, will he get another job? I think he possibly might. But also, you know, was it 5 Live or something? I think somebody, but they said, does he, you know, have the energy to continue on, or is he so dejected? But well, we'll see, won't we? So to start us off, it was Westwood, Ashley Westwood. I think it's Ashley Westwood. Let me check. Oh right, no, right. So Westwood. Wait, Ashley Westwood. I'm glad I got that right instead of what did I say? Jeff McGoldrick. Oh yeah, the Sheffield United player. And then so Ashley Westwood, 35th minute, assisted by Vidra. And then Chris Wood in the 44th minute, assisted by Josh Brownhill to make it Burnley 2, Fulham 0. And yeah, it doesn't look like there was, well, no yellow cards, no assists. So let's see. Tell you what, let's go through the possession, shall we? I don't usually do this, obviously, with the lads, but obviously, you know, we usually try to you know, get through the show as quickly as we can, but of course, because there's only me, I'm gonna do the possession. So Fulham had 68% possession, Burnley had 32%. Fulham had 21 shots, Burnley had 14. Fulham had 3 shots on target, Burnley had 5. Fulham had 8 corners and Burnley had 4. Right, Fulham had 11 fouls and Burnley had 10. So pretty much, well, I think both teams have, you know, done pretty well. Oh, excuse me, I seem to be a bit tired tonight, but I've got plenty in the barrel, as they say. So still got enough in the tank. Right, so right, Tuesday the 11th of May, there were 2 games. Southampton 3, Crystal Palace 1, and Danny Ings in the 19th minute. Christian Benteke in the 2nd minute for Crystal Palace. Danny Ings in the 19th minute and 74th 55th minute. Che Adams in the 48th minute. As if that wasn't enough, Che Adams assisted Ings' goal in the 75th minute. Stuart Armstrong assisted Adams' goal in the 48th minute. And Nathan Redmond assisted Danny Ings' goal in the 90th minute. And there was a penalty missed by Luka Milivojevic for Crystal Palace. And it finished Southampton 3, Crystal Palace 1. And let's go. Now, before I go through the stats, it's quite interesting, isn't it, that Roy Hodgson, there's talk of him leaving Crystal Palace. And, you know, the latest rumour that Frank Lampard's in the frame. Maybe, I don't know. I think Roy Hodgson definitely, you know, has done a lot of good there. But has he taken them as far as they can go? Well, I would also argue yes. But would Frank take Palace higher? I'm not really sure. It's an interesting one, but do you know, I'm sure Frank Lampard will get another job again. I'm so sorry. I do apologise. Don't know why I'm so tired. I mean, yeah, I've got a good amount of sleep last night. There we go. I just had some water. Right, so yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting, isn't it? And yeah, I'm sure Lampard will get another job, and I still would have, you know, I wish Abramovich could have at least given him the rest of the season. But, you know, what a job Thomas Tuchel is doing. And like I said, you know, I didn't want Thomas Tuchel to fail because I didn't have a problem with him. I wanted him to fail because, you know, I wanted Abramovich to see that chopping and changing managers doesn't necessarily grant you success. But Thomas Tuchel's doing a really good job, and you know, who would have thought it? Chelsea in the Champions League final. Oh, and well, actually, do we finish, you know, on the last day of the season? Because I'm thinking an All-English Champions League final, that would preferably be a really good way to bow out, wouldn't it? I mean, obviously, well, I'd have to speak with the lads, but, you know, I mean, that certainly seems like it, you know, could be a really good show, but we'll see. And mind you, Jello Wheels is not available for the Champions League final. So, yeah, I kind of want to... No, I think at the end of the season, I think it'd be a good time to finish. Yeah, absolutely. Right, anyway, let's go through the stats. So, Southampton had 63% possession. Crystal Palace had 37% possession. Southampton had 13 shots, while Crystal Palace had 11. Southampton had 6 shots on target, while Palace had 4. Southampton had 12 corners, while Palace had 8. Southampton had 20 fouls, while Palace had 13. And any yellow cards? Nope. And of course there's a penalty missed by Luka Milivojevic, as I said. So did have some drama there. So, yeah, as I said, Southampton 3, Crystal Palace 1. Okay, and the next game on the Tuesday was Manchester United 1, Leicester City 2. Mason Greenwood in the 15th minute, assisted by Amad Diallo. And Luke Thomas for Leicester City in the 10th minute, assisted by Yuri Tillemans. And Soyuncu in the 66th minute, assisted by mark or Brighton to make it Leicester City 2, Manchester United 1, and that game, of course, confirmed Manchester City as Premier League champions. And, congratulations to City. They really do deserve it. And it's been a weird season, hasn't it? Because it's not like City have been dominating the whole season, really. They were struggling quite a bit. And, they have been, ahead by quite a lot of points, but not the number of points that you would, expect, would you? It's definitely been an interesting one. Yes, and there were 10 changes for this one. The likes of Anthony Elanga, he was starting. Diallo, they were Van der Beek and Matic. So quite a lot of changes as you could see. Also David Dare a goal, Mason Greenwood starting up top. So if I was on it, I don't think. Obviously, I understood why he made lots of changes, but 10 changes is quite a lot. Maybe 5 changes at best, maybe, but 10 changes is just too much, I would argue, I think. Right, let's go through the statistics, shall we? So United 53% possession, Leicester 47%. 4 shots for United, while 12 shots for Leicester City. 1 shot on target for United, but 3 shots on target for Leicester. 3 corners for United and 4 corners for Leicester. 9 fouls for United and 12 fouls for Leicester. And that's your statistics done. Right, okay. Right, so Wednesday the 12th of May, Chelsea lost to Arsenal by 1-0. Emile Smith-Rowe assisted by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the 16th minute, and I'm sure Dougno would have been happy with that. And by the way, if Dougno's here, I can't see at the moment. If Dougno is here, or if you want to have a chat, about the football and stuff. Well, ideally about football, as I always say, but if you do want to chat about something else, then that's okay. It'd be great to hear from you. Just put chat in the comments below, and be great to hear and see your views. Okay, right. So let's check the statistics for this game. So, okay. Right. Oh, yeah, here we go. Match statistics. So, Chelsea had 68% possession, Arsenal had 32%. Chelsea had 19 shots, while Arsenal had 5. Chelsea had 5 shots on target, while Arsenal had 2. Chelsea had 9 corners, while Arsenal only had the 1. And Chelsea had 7 fouls, while Arsenal had 6. So Chelsea pretty much dominated. Yeah, they did. They dominated on everything, pretty much. But obviously they weren't quite clinical enough. Arsenal took their chance, and from what I've been reading and hearing, Arsenal didn't seem like they performed particularly well. So Emile Smith Rowe, what a player he is. Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli. There's so many great youngsters from the Arsenal academy, and it's been interesting, isn't it, that it's often the established players, the veterans, that have let Arsenal down, and yet Emil Smith Rowe, the likes of him, and Saka being the two shining lights, I would argue, for Arsenal's season. And it'll be interesting to see, if Arsenal can get the likes of Bissouma, Emi Buendia. What's interesting, will he stay at Norwich? Daniel Fox said yes, but of course Buendia said, he wanted to stay to get Norwich back in the Premier League, but would he maybe want to move on? That's another interesting one. So Bissouma, maybe Lamptey, or Max Aaron's another Norwich player. So it's going to be very interesting, isn't it, at Arsenal? And I think they need quite a clear out. Hector Bellerin. A lot of people haven't thought he's been playing well at all this season. We'll see, won't we? So could he go? I mean, it's 10 years, I think, this season since he joined Arsenal. So and he's not exactly a young player, and he is quite injury prone, isn't he, Bellerin? So maybe it might be the best time to sell. Granit Xhaka seems to be a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde, doesn't he? Because on the 1 minute at times he's been fantastic, but at the other times he's been quite rash in a few of it, being sent off a couple of times. And I think they need to find the right partner, don't they, for Thomas Partey in midfield. Xhaka, I think, would probably go in my book. It's going to be very interesting, isn't it, at Arsenal? And from what I understand, from what I read, I mean, obviously we don't know, but Arteta's going to have until the start of next season, then Christmas. If things are not going well by Christmas, then he's going to be gone. Which I think is fair enough. Give him at least the start of next season. See if he can improve things. If he can't, then at Christmas, well, I would probably reluctantly say that they'd have to get rid of him. Very reluctantly, of course, because I do believe it is going to take time for Arsenal. And don't forget, Arteta's still got quite a few players that were under Wenger and Emery still there, and he's still not put his full stamp on the players that he wants in his team. So we'll see, won't we? Right, okay. So So Thursday the 13th of May, and that was particularly crazy, of course, because United played on Tuesday, and they played on Thursday. It's just not great at all. The first game on the Thursday was Aston Villa 0, Everton 0, and oh dear, it really doesn't look like it was a particularly great game in an inspiring contest, it says here. So I don't think I've missed anything much. And and Jack Grealish is back. So fantastic. I must watch Match of the Day actually, and that'd be good to watch. So. So good to see Grealish involved. And he was on the bench. Well, fair enough. You don't want to you don't want to throw him straight back into the team, do you? And you know, good that Grealish has managed to get fit because, you know, hopefully he'll be on the plane to the Euros, surely. I mean, he's had another fantastic season, hasn't he, Jack Grealish? I think everybody loves Jack Grealish, don't they? As a player, certainly. Unfortunately, he has kind of had some, you know, dodgy moments, shall we say, you know, crashing his car and... But no, I think as a player he's absolutely fantastic, and you know, Grealish, Foden, and Mount. I think Grealish, Foden, and Mount, or Grealish, Foden, and Rice. I think in England's midfield. I think that would be fantastic, but we'll see, won't we? Right. Let's go through the statistics to this one, and it's what's also interesting, just before I go into the stats, is could Josh King already be out of his way to Everton, because I saw a rumour that he could be heading to Fenerbahce, I think it is. Match stats, I couldn't find it. Right. Aston Villa 58% possession, Everton 42%. 13 shots for Villa and 15 shots for Everton. 2 shots on target for Villa and 5 shots on target for Everton. Oh, excuse me. 9 corners for Villa and 1 corner for Everton. 9 fouls for Aston Villa and 12 fouls for Everton. We're getting nice and quickly through this, actually. I tell you what, I'm just going to make sure that I've done all the matches for this week. So right, okay. Right. Oh, that's between, okay. That's fixtures, right, including Chelsea v Arsenal, right, and then, what was that? Eh? Was that the one? Oh, right, oh, sorry, that was last Saturday. Right, sorry, that was just confusing then. And then yesterday. There's no point doing highlights to just one match. It's a bit pointless. Right, okay, well, never mind anyway. So really not a good game, and probably glad I missed this one actually. But I will probably watch, I reckon I will watch, match of the day, I do the Football Focus, Final Score, and a couple of editions of Match of the Day tomorrow. So, it could be lots of football for me to watch tomorrow. So, we'll see. On the other hand, if you thought the other game was boring, Villa and Everton, that is, this game certainly wasn't. It had, all sorts, VAR ruling out, thought there was going to be a penalty to Liverpool. But no, they weren't. Not really a very terrible performance. Really terrible performance from United. Gave the ball away. Very sloppy passing. And, just really not great at all. And, Fred was not great. And, Harry Maguire, well, I think we obviously struggled without it. Well, whatever we need to do, we do need to get another centre-back. Bailly is too rash, I'm afraid. He's just had far too many chances, even when he's fit. And, I've seen enough now to think but it's time to say bye-bye to Bailly. I know he signed a new contract, but hopefully that was to stop United losing him on a free. So if they could sell him and recoup, was it 30 million they paid for him? I think Villarreal, I think Bailly used to play for, if I remember correctly. So if they could recoup some of that money, then that'd be great, and obviously more money to getting a new central defender. I still think Lindelof is not great. Really need to get the right partner for Maguire. Very, very disappointing. When you think, United, this is a very good team sheet, Cavani, Rashford, Fernandes, Pogba, although Pogba on the left, Rashford on the right. Well, Rashford's never great on the right. And, I'd argue I would have possibly started, Greenwood in this match, I think. I definitely think Greenwood should have started. Other than that, I think it's a really, really good team. Dean Henderson, he hasn't made too many mistakes. So I still think he should be given a chance. And I think for David De Gea, he's had a wonderful 10 years at United. He really has. But he... Oh, right. Well, there's some news I've just seen, and I did not spot that, but I'll come to that in a moment. But yeah, not great, as I said, for United. Right, let's go through the goals anyway. So Bruno Fernandes, who else, in the 10th minute for United. Then in the 34th minute for Liverpool is Diego Jota. Roberto Firmino in the 3rd minute added on to the 3rd minute added on just before the end of the first half. That's it. Sorry, scored. And then he also scored in the 47th minute, pretty much. So straight and, not great at all. Marcus Rashford did give us a glimmer of hope with to make it 2 for United in the 68th minute. Oh, by the way, Wan-Bissaka assisted Fernandes and Cavani also assisted Rashford. Alexander-Arnold assisted Firmino. Nat Phillips assisted Jota. And Salah's goal in the 90th minute was assisted by Curtis Jones to make it Manchester United 2, Liverpool 4. And let's go through the statistics, shall we? Right, so 53% possession for United, 47% possession for Liverpool. 18 shots for Manchester United, 17 shots for Liverpool, 3 shots on target for United, 8 shots for Liverpool, 6 corners for United, 4 corners for Liverpool, 10 fouls for United, and 12 fouls for Liverpool. Really shame, real shame, with the team that Ole picked. Are United going to finish in the top 4? I think they will probably now. Mind you, Leicester 66, United 70, Chelsea 64, Leicester 66, Liverpool 60. It's not guaranteed, but if you had to ask me, I would probably say yes. I'm just thinking, where would be the lowest they'd be able to drop points? I don't know. Right, anyway, let's move on. So that was Thursday. Oh, and we're done. But there is a game in the Premier League. Manchester City 2, Newcastle United 1. João Cancelo in the 39th minute kicked us off. Oh, no, sorry. Kraft, I think it's Kraft, in the 25th minute, assisted by John Joe Shelby. And Cancelo in the 39th minute, assisted by Rodri. Torres in the 42nd minute, assisted by Ilkay Gundogan. I can finally pronounce his name as well. It's taken me quite a few years as well. You know, like Cesar Azpilicueta. I could never pronounce his name, but I can finally pronounce Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan's name. I think I got it right. It'd be just like me to do that, wouldn't it? To make it Newcastle United 1, Manchester City 2. Oh, blimey, it's 2-2. So in the 6th minute added on to the end of the first half, Joelinton has got a penalty, and wow, yeah. So that's quite something. That was amazing. I just saw it literally pop up in front of me. So yeah, that's quite amazing. So Newcastle 2, Manchester City 2. What a crazy game, and amazing, absolutely amazing. UEFA Super Cup. UEFA is set to move the 2021 Super Cup from Belfast to Istanbul, even though it could finish 2 English teams. Oh, right. Oh, and the Turkish Grand Prix, so just away from the football. Right, well, we had some news come up. David Luiz will leave Arsenal. The 34-year-old met with club officials on Friday when it was decided to sever ties after 2 years at Emirates Stadium. Luiz has made 30 appearances in all competitions this season, but the Gunners feel they need to look towards the future after a torrid campaign. It's not known whether the former PSG and Chelsea defender intends to remain in England. Luiz, who joined from London rivals Chelsea for £8 million in August 2019, has missed Arsenal's last 3 games with a hamstring injury. And Arsenal are 9th as it stands. So, yeah, David Luiz, he is leaving Arsenal. And I think that's for the best, one off the wage bill, really good for Arsenal now that they can hopefully, get another, well, actually, I've got a message. Oh, right, okay. I've just had a message from Ben, everyone. And he's just said, sorry, mate, only just seen this. I would have done this otherwise. Right, okay. Right. Right, just give me a minute. Oh, why? Right. Oh, stupid keyboard. Right. sorry about that. That's just me getting frustrated with the keyboard. Right, so yeah, not surprising. I mean, William Saliba, you know, could he be potentially, you know, given a chance next season? I mean, oh, and right, I'll tell you what, guys. Ben's just sent me a video message, so not a video message, sorry, an audio message, and I think this is about him available for the final day. So
Count me in for the final day. Also, count me in for the Europa League final.
oh yeah, of course, there's the Europa League final, of course, to do. Oh well. Well, do you know what? It would be a real shame to not do the Europa League final and the Chelsea, you know, the Champions League final. I'm going to actually speak to the boys and, you know, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely think it should end, you know, after this season. Now, I would argue that technically, once the Champions League and Europa League finals are done, then that's, you know, this football season done. But you could technically say that when the Europa League finals still to come, even though the Premier League is done, the season as a whole is not done. If you count the other competitions, that's a really interesting thing. That I'll talk to the boys about it, and you know, obviously they'll be able to possibly, you know, say their goodbyes from, you know, that show, definitely. And but yeah, maybe, you know, I definitely do want to do the Europa League final, and obviously, you know, Chelsea v City, especially as it's all English Champions League finals, I said. So right, so yeah, and that's really interesting. I mean, Tabellerin, you know, likely to leave. Well, I'm just reading here on football.london, you know, right. Oh, so I was just reading what Louise say. Could he be going back to Benfica? Let's see. Yeah, and what's interesting, you know, Sander Berge, you know, could they sign him from Sheffield United as well? We will really see, won't we? I think Ryan Bertrand would be a good transfer. He's going to be leaving Southampton. I didn't expect that, actually. I'm quite surprised with that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting who they're going to replace Bertrand with. Yeah, but I think he would be... and could they sign Moussa Dembele? Let's see. Yeah, yeah, maybe seeing Smith Rowe actually starting in central midfield. Yeah, we will. Right, anyway, sorry about that. So, yeah, David Luiz is leaving, as I said. And, yes, that's quite something. It's half-time, of course. Newcastle 2, Manchester City 2. And let's go through the Premier League predictions So there's 3 games on this Saturday, the 15th of May. That's tomorrow, 12:30. Burnley Leeds United. I am gonna say, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Leeds win, I think, for that one. 3 o'clock, Southampton Fulham. Fulham are definitely down, unfortunately. I'm going to go for a draw. One more, I think. Excuse me. 8 o'clock, Brighton and Hove Albion and West Ham United. I'm going to go for a draw. No, actually, I'm going to go with Brighton win, I think. Yeah, 1-0, 2-1 Brighton. Yeah. Sunday the 16th of May, there's quite a few games actually. Crystal Palace and Aston Villa kicked off at 12 o'clock. I'm going to go Villa 2-0, I think, that one. Tottenham Hotspur and Wolves. I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham for that one, I think. West Bromwich Albion v Liverpool. I think this will be... I think this is going to be 4-0 Liverpool win. I think West Brom already down, and Liverpool might have some confidence, after the United result. We'll see. Everton and Sheffield United at 7 o'clock. 1-0 Everton, but I think it's going to be a very narrow game. I think that one. Right, and then Sunday the 16th and then Tuesday the 18th of May. Do I do those? Wednesday the 18th, Sunday the 20th. No, I tell you what. Mind you. No, because I think we'll be able to talk about them on a bumper show, obviously, our last Friday review show. So, I think. Right, well, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. I think there's been quite a few things to discuss, actually. David Luiz leaving Arsenal, giving you a few updates from the Newcastle and City game, and we've gone quickly through the results as well. I think that's been a pretty good show. Short, simple, and sweet is always the best way, I think. It's been weird, obviously, without the guys. But, they'll be back, I'm sure, for the final show, definitely. I think it's going to be very emotional, for Jordan and Sam. Absolutely. And, of course, I will miss, doing this show. But I think it is the right decision for the channel. And, come the autumn, the new season, there'll be probably a new series of Doctor Who out. So I think I'd probably be busy, doing reviews for that. And of course, if I'm doing reviews for that, I don't think I'd want to do, I think I would want to miss a lot of the matches potentially. So I don't know the stream. But not just that, but I think the show's at its course. It's had a really good run. If you think, I started this show, with, Alex and Ben, and then obviously, John and Sam, the end of last season. And what I really wanted to do is, go through a whole season, which we had pretty much. Well, I mean, obviously we've missed games, but we still, we have covered, the games, even some, not in detail as others, but, in a kind of way we have, done all this season. So, mission accomplished on that. And, I think the show's been really great, but it's time to move on, I think, for the channel. It allows me to move on to new projects, and I'm really looking forward to things that I'm going to be doing on the channel. Album reviews, film reviews, Doctor Who reviews, film reviews, maybe some film soundtrack reviews as well. there's lots of ideas that going around in my head. So yeah, I think it's going to be very, very exciting. I'm also going to speak to Alex to see if he's available, and I'm also going to try. What I'm going to try and do is actually make a montage. Even a little montage. Some of the best bits, some of the funniest moments. From the series. If you think about Sam saying, is someone's or is their shadow going to be offside? I mean, I remember I nearly wet myself laughing at that. That was absolutely hilarious. And some of the times when I've messed up and Jordan has messed up as well. So yeah, there's been lots of great funny moments, and we've had a laugh and a couple of mistakes. So I think I am going to try and make a montage, and even if it's just a small montage, something to say thank you for watching, and it should be a really good. It's going to be an emotional show. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely going to be a good one as well. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you've liked what you've seen, feel free to like, share, comment and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel. And United are next playing on Tuesday, aren't they? So let me just see what time they're playing, because that will give me a better idea of whether I'll be able to do pre-match or not. No, if it's something like 6 o'clock, then that'd be it is 6 o'clock. Okay, no, pre-match pretty much definitely is a no for that, because that's when I usually have my tea. But I'll be able to do post-match, I think, on the Tuesday. So yeah, I'll probably see you for that. Do the post-match and see if the boys are available for that one, and see if Ben is also for that one as well. But like I said, I'll talk to Alex. Maybe I'll also potentially talk to Jay. If you remember Jaden, he filled in a couple of times of the show, and it'd be really good to get loads of the guys together, who've made this show, what it is, George, Jaden, Ben, Sam, Alex, it'd be great to get everyone on, and that's the dream and that's the aim. So we'll see, of course, because circumstances can change, but that's certainly where we're aiming at. Right, anyway,